Hello everyone, you're welcome to another episode on WRTG. And today we have one interesting guest. I have very many things to describe this guy because he has a lot to do in art as far as art is concerned. He has a lot to do as far as creative is concerned. But today we are not here to talk about his creative side. We're here to talk about something that society looks at, something that we see it's really growing up. And that is the aspect of Forex trading. So ladies and gentlemen, with me, I have my special guest. Welcome, Wendy. You're welcome to the show, sir.
I want to extend my gratitude. I want to say thank you to Rogers. Otherwise, I knew him as our baby. Yeah, quite been friends for quite a long time. But then, with all the improper introduction, you can call me Sorgo Valerian Wendy. A lot call me Wendy Joker, others call me Joker. And then obviously I maybe talk a little about myself, my profile. I'm a creative and then recently finished a bachelor's degree in computer graphic design. So on top of that, I have other things I handle too, like the talent part, the art, there's the creative part. So I really do a lot of things. Then also other things that I do at my other free times is you get it into Forex, and then I'm also venturing into other things, tourism. So there is a lot in the box. But today we are zeroing down into something which is like one of the things which I love, and that is Forex trading. And back to you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
As I said, there are a lot of things, but we are today basically talking about Forex trading. Maybe to someone who is out there, what is Forex trading? In a layman's language, don't confuse us.
So what I can listen in a layman's understanding, Forex trading is really too much to an extent that what I may try to break down may be the tip of the iceberg, but still you won't get to understand it that much.
Let's try.
Most of the people keep saying Forex trading is all about buying and selling of currency pairs, of stocks, of commodities. Okay, like there are a lot of things, bullion. So that's where you get into things like gold, things like silver. There is too much. There is oil, there are indices. So all these you come back down into CFTs. Yeah, so that is like the whole enclosure of it. But the simplest way someone can break it down is buying and selling. But then there is something deeper into it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a bit confused, but it's okay. I'm assuming maybe people who are into Forex will understand the point of the word. Now, today we are here to look at Forex in a different point of view.
Yes.
Now, I want you to differentiate for me the two. Now, Forex is something we do passive, right? We don't actually have to go and work. We just sit with the laptops and do it passively.
Actually, that's a wrong way of. It's not something passive, but there are people that choose to do it passive, and there are those who it's like a full-time job for them. So there are two brackets of people. Now it depends on what you've settled down for. It's what I can say at this point.
Can you give us a brief difference between graphics and betting? Sorry, on Forex and betting, because to me I feel like, okay, to the way I understand the graphics, all of them look like they share similar things. So can you give us a brief and a clear difference between the Forex trading and betting?
So when you come into the world of Forex trading, as I've told you, there's really a lot that you're going to look into. Forex trading isn't something you're going to come in like in 1 year and then start to make it out of it in a year. It's something progressive. It's something deep-rooted to an extent that it exposes the real you. And then that's, okay, you realize Forex trading deals so much into this statistical data that keeps repeating itself in various patterns as the markets keep moving. So these are patterns that you can identify and they can give you an edge in the markets. So this is something you compile with time and you become good at recognizing certain patterns since there is nothing new which happens normally. So you get to realize that it is a process thing. When I realize betting is more about predicting. So the big difference comes in betting. Those people that bet, these are people that want to predict. They first go into the future. They look into our teams, like different teams, they're like, this player plays like this, this and this and this. So you get to realize that these people have this thing whereby they start to look too deep into the teams, the previous games. So they also have their patterns they follow, how the teams have been performing in order to make their final decision. But Forex, you don't predict. When you try predicting in Forex, it burns you because the markets make their own moves. You get? So this is, you're dealing with price, you're dealing with real money. Yeah? Then the other side, there is what they call, because remember in Forex there is leveraging, but then the other side there is what they call odds. The odd is like a leverage. So you get to realize what I can say about betting. Betting is more about predicting future, what the future is going to do, and then Forex is more about anticipation. Anticipating is like, here, I've quite seen this many times, but I'm not sure if it's going to either sell or buy. But due to my disciplines and the edge I trade and the strategy that I use, whenever it aligns, the markets align in this format, I know it's going to be a buy, I know it's going to be a sell. So you realize in these two things, there is actually a big difference. Look at it as gambling, because it's like you just look into it and then either buy or sell. So those candlesticks have everything they talk about differently. So there's a big difference. You realize betting is predicting, then Forex is anticipating. Yeah, that's the biggest way to differentiate them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I've realized many of the young people are entering into Forex.
Yeah.
And I don't know how healthy Forex is or how reliable Forex is. Do you think it's something that people can decide and say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do as a career? And also, as we speak about that, the first question is, do you think Forex is one thing that the young people can actually focus and rely their life on?
So the thing is, what I can say now about that question is, you realize Forex is actually a very big way out for the youth when it comes to achieving financial freedom. But what I can say, you see how they always say, a dream. When you have a big dream, actually, you should have a dream that scares you, the owner, for it to be called a dream. When a dream is small, then what are you dreaming? So that's exactly what Forex is. Forex is, let me say, is something mental. Yeah? It is something that can mess your mental and mess your normal being, but at the same time, now it depends on how solid you are, how hard you're going to bear with it. Because Forex is not something you're going to start making in 1 or 2 years. Yeah? For you to actually look at the markets and be like, yeah, understand the markets, you should have input time over up to like 3 years into the markets. And then your 4th year, you start seeing some profits, maybe stabilizing, till when you really lock in, and once you get that first big payout, and you know it has now started paying off. But before that, mentally it's going to perturb you, trust me.
Do you think Forex encourages laziness as far as working is concerned?
Yeah, it actually encourages laziness.
Now, in a society where we're going in, do we think we should encourage the young people to be lazy? Because I've seen people, the young guys no longer want to work. They want to sit down and have a laptop and say we are Forex traders.
To my point of view, I would encourage that, and then it would really be a nice thing to have also a generation that uses their brains to make money more than they use their normal more than they use their normal strength. So you get to realize the more mental you are in doing things, the more you earn.
Okay.
So that's the beauty about it.
Now, I've met many young, frustrated young people. And normally the reason is these young people have decided to invest their money or their savings into what is called Forex. They say, I don't know, buying, I don't know what, gold, whatever. Yeah. And then they lose the money, and in the long run, some never make it. And at the end of the day, they lead to frustration. What are those things about Forex that you think is frustrating the young people? That is leading us to have a generation of people who are not mentally actually fine.
So you get to realize Forex is actually something most people get into when they are facing the worst kind of experiences in their lives. Say, for instance, you've been neglected. Say, like you've gotten heartbroken. You've been in so much trouble, and then also at times you get to look into maybe your home background, the financial setup. You're seeing everyone is hustling, but according to the research, maybe you've seen some friends of yours making it out of Forex. So also it now takes also your circle to make you chip into something. So you realize a lot of people that get into Forex, people just don't get into something without first having a point of start, whereby you look into something and you're like, actually this is going to change my life in one point or the other. Now what brings all that is your previous experiences. Say, for instance, you've been there and you've been broke for quite a long time, but this is a way out. But then you also forget that this Forex, you need to study it like a course to some point to reach somewhere. That's what times you'll have to, some people will meet mentors, others will go and learn on their own. And of course, also in the world where there is too much scam, you'll meet a mentor who is going to scam you. They teach you a lot of things which you also don't get to understand. Also, then they don't understand. So all that keeps affecting mentally. So it just frustrates you. So you realize that you're fighting against a system that is meant to fail you 1,000 times over and over. That's why it first breaks your mindset, it breaks you totally until you look into your own discipline. Because the worst thing you can ever do is entering Forex when you're broke. It will beat you hands down.
I thought it's supposed to be something that is supposed to help us who are broke.
Yes, it's supposed to help us. But you know, they always say, before you achieve success, you need to lose something. So the first thing you're going to start losing is by losing your mental health. So it's the price you pay for success. After you losing your mental health, you have to come back and sit down and then tell yourself, I've gone through all this pain, I've gone through all this. The markets have done me again in all possible ways. Now what do I need to do? But you get to realize the problem is not the market. The problem is you. After you learning everything that Forex has to offer, you now realize later on, you learned a lot. But to make money in Forex, you need less. The less you know, the more the money you make. And the more you know, the less the money you make.
Okay.
So that's the thing about Forex.
So what are the dangers that's associated with the Forex trading and all?
One thing
that you think is causing mental cases in society?
See, the thing is, now the dangers about Forex already originate from your own insecurities, also from your own way of growing up, things that influence your daily life. It's like how you see your friends enjoying. Maybe you look at your friends, some of your friends that come from plant families. For them, they always have the money. But this is you who is trying. You is trying hard to reach that point. But you're forgetting that these are people who are funded by their parents. Their parents worked so much hard to give them the life. But then maybe your parents didn't have that opportunity, so as to give you the life that other people have. So it's now you chasing for that life. So you realize you beat yourself to an extent that you tend to surpass what your parents are trying to put to you, because you have been traumatized just by being by being broke. And you know, brokenness always traumatizes everyone. The worst experience you can always ever experience is the broke side of it. But now Forex, people chip into Forex as a breakout, to break out of all that circle.
Now, do you think that is the right thing? Do you think joining Forex is the right thing? Because you mentioned some people join because of peer pressure. They want to fix in certain life.
Exactly.
Some people because they want to break a poverty line.
Exactly.
Do you think Forex is or should be the only breakthrough? Because at the end of the day, you said the price you pay for Forex trading is losing your mental health. What if I am not able to come back and sit and really evaluate to see what I can do?
So that's where now it comes to your personal being. What exactly do you want? So that's where you have to evaluate everything about yourself. Do I really want to make it out of this? Have you tried other more things that if you fail Forex, you know, can you bet, can you predict, do you have the luck? So that's why they say you choose your poison wisely. You get? So people are going to, so those that chose Forex, you tend to realize you choose something because you know you're going to handle it. You choose it while knowing that whatever happens, I'm ready to pay anything. I'm ready to pay for the price, for whatever it's going to cost me. So you become hard. And then you task yourself that whatever happens, I have to make it out, however long it's going to take. Now that's now taking a strong mindset that however much this always does this and this, but for me, whatever it's going to do to me, I'm different. I'm going in like this. I'm going in the way I'm going to do whatever it wants, but whatever happens, I have to make it out of it. So after it has broken your mindset, it has broken you totally down. That's where now sense starts. That's now, let me call it a bliss point of your stupidity and pride and ego. It breaks it all down. It humbles you. There's a common saying that the Forex traders tell you, a newcomer, they be like, the markets will humble you. And then they walk away. Always people take like, let the newcomers look at it like in this format of, this is just someone bragging. But the longer you stay, you get to realize actually it's not the markets against you. It is you against the market. Because you get to realize the markets expose the real you. It brings out the ego in you. It brings out the pride in you. Brings out the greed. Brings out everything. You get? Now this is you setting rules for your own soul. And you have to, there is no one who's going to keep in check of whatever you're going to do. That yes, today I'm only taking one setup. And if it fails, I turn off my monitor or whatever I'm using for trading and go and do other things. Or I'm again going to stay and try to revenge. Since the ego is not driving you. So you realize all this is on you. After it has broken all those, that's how you're going to realize you're going to come up with a new personality. Forex first breaks your mindset, but it builds you later on as you keep on. So that's why you realize in Forex, every mistake you make, you pay it with $1. Or for every mistake you make, you pay for it. It's not like saying, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, I'm this and this. No, there's no sorry in Forex. Every mistake you make, you pay with it. You pay with money.
So as we wrap up,
yes,
which type of person do you think should be always eligible to join Forex?
I can really say the eligibility bracket, I can't really specify.
No, let's not look at it like maybe age bracket. Like, let me give an example. Which type of person do you think can handle Forex? Or which type of person do you think you can advise to go to Forex?
So the people I can advise to go to Forex are people who love setting the hardest goals to achieve, goals that look like they are not achievable. Let me say people that are really hard. The Baganda say gumite.
Gumite.
So that's to be the people that are gumite. Like you're saying, yes, this, I'm going for this. Whatever happens, happens. But I have to make it out of it. It's like saying you're going to war. But you promise yourself never to retreat, never to what. Even if you see your friends being shot and what, you're willing to take that bullet whenever it comes to you. So you have to be a hard person. And then on top of that, you have to be someone who has gone through a lot of financial issues, someone who doesn't fear losing money. And then you see how people...
Because it involves a lot of losing money.
Exactly.
So meaning if I'm someone who fears losing money, my mental health is at stake.
Exactly. Now it gets worse if you already have mental issues. Now that is it. So it breaks down mentally, everything. It breaks you down totally to zero. And then you have to start rebuilding yourself piece by piece. You need to fix your ego, fix your pride, fix your greed. And then you start focusing on the process, focusing on the setup. So that is it.
Finally, I think we have heard from Wendy. So I feel like from what I've got from you, I think people should be sensitized or people should be briefed before attempting to join Forex. Because you realize some people join Forex because they've seen a friend doing it, or because they've seen maybe they feel like with Forex I can be able to buy this maybe GLE in some period of time. Do you think people should be briefed so that we don't have very many cases of people running mad because of Forex?
So when you get into this, the briefing and all that, obviously most times it takes a mentor to tell you first what is there. Like most times, personally for me, when someone tells me they want to learn Forex, first things first, my first thing that I always do is I always see all possible ways to discourage you by telling you the bitter facts about Forex. The first things first, I tell you, 1, you're going to lose your money. 2, your mental health is going to be at stake. 3, okay, ask you certain questions that are going to touch you, but then if you feel that you're really someone who is hard enough to hardline with all those inconveniences, then well and good, you're welcome.
Now that leads me to our last question for the day. You personally, since you've said you can't talk out of experience, yeah? Maybe you have some. Tell us one thing that has ever happened to you that Forex has ever done that you feel like this one really messed me up mentally, like from your own point of view, like your own experience, personal experience.
So my own personal experience, actually this day was a funny day. I was waiting for a day where CPI was hitting, and it was a Wednesday. That was back then in like my second year first semester. I had my Forex account with Xness. So I deposited my $13, which is like 50K. So along the week, like the previous weeks, I was trading. First, I was trading Forex pairs, my Euro, USD, GBP. So I pushed my $13 up to like 25, 27 using this other using the Forex pairs. And then later on, when a Monday hit, is now where I went now into my favorite pair. That is gold, the Zhao XAU USD. It's actually the most traumatizing pair, but it became my favorite pair because it gives the hardest time, it robs money, so it hit me hard. That's why I said, me with gold shall always be tight.
Yeah.
Since it's hard, let me also be hard. So as the day kept on, I entered a good trade. I caught a nice setup at a very good order block zone so as I waited for it, it clocked very well. I entered, I did my risk management very well. I set my stop loss, but then the discipline was not yet there. So those $27 actually moved. I entered my two positions of 0.05, 0.05, which actually made it 0.1 lot. So it pushed me up to like $100 and something from 27. Now there I was like, now this is the point. I'm gonna be rich. So I closed that trade. I waited for the next day, Tuesday. I made my small loss of like $10. I made my loss due to being impatient, not waiting for the right setup. Now greed started now to chip in. Then after that, I did some revenge trading, which was actually bad. I gained back like 25 on top, like $25. So which was like, at least I made a profit of like $15 on top after clearing that. So my account grew that big. Then Wednesday kicks in. I wait now for 3:30. But as it clocked 3:25, of course I started now seeing volatility was not trying to enter into the market. So there I see my zones, my points. I'm like, yeah, it's going to buy. But this is CPI. And by then, when it was CPI of Jerome Powell, you realize that it first fakes out. It first goes to the opposite direction before going to the normal direction. So I entered my positions. After entering my positions very well, I entered some buy positions. So my buy positions they shot up. When I checked, I was in over 500, clocking to $600-700. But due to greed, I knew it was going to continue going up. And then from nowhere, in a few seconds, it dumped down to went way down, cleared my whole account to 0, and then it came back up and continued up. Bro, I was just there looking at my phone. There was nothing I could say about it. I became cold. So I was just too cold. Like I was in my head, I was like, wow, a second ago I was rich. And then a
Now
second ago I'm
too broke.
So it hit me mentally that I got trauma, even just seeing like that application of Forex, anything to do with Forex. I was like, I wanted to give up. But I asked myself, something told me, why did you start if you're giving this early? So it even made it funny when my friend Victor came inside my hostel room and phoned me, cold, seated on the floor, just cold. He was like, Boyo, what's up? You're too cold. I just kept quiet and talked normally, but he knew something was up. Then when I opened up, to make things worse, you know, I have stupid friends.
Yeah, he laughed.
He just laughed. But after the laughter, he actually felt that it was actually a life-changing thing for all of us, because you realize one bro's success is another bro's success.
Yeah.
But so just ever since that day, it hit me hard. And whenever I recall of that day, it reminds me of always to stick to my plan, my trading plan and everything. So it has really messed up my mental, but it broke me to repair me. Yeah, so that is it.
Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. We have been talking to Sorgo Wendy Valerian, guy with the most unique name I've ever known. So we have discussed all about Forex, and we have realized Forex has more dangers than. The only thing that I've got from the discussion is be disciplined, and Forex is not for everyone. And also let us not make it an escape route, because it will not escape you from poverty, it will escape you from a normal life, and you escape to insanity. Okay? So thank you so much. I remain Nathan, and we're on WRTG. Peace out.
Peace out.